Bite my thumb, I hope you know the stakes. I'll put a slug between your shoulder blades, then ask what light through yonder poser breaks. I have been iambic on that assy bastard. My rhyme's a classic. Your prep is drafted by kindergarten.
Shakespeare is probably the greatest poet you've ever been forced to read in literature class. Today, we will be analyzing two of his poems. The first one is Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? This is a Shakespearean sonnet, which means it has 14 lines. The rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. And it has 10 syllables in each line. Shakespeare published all of his sonnets in a book in 1609. And Sonnet 18 is the most famous and most widely read Shakespearean sonnet.
Do you wanna build a snowman?
Sonnet number 18, by William Shakespeare. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely, and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, where in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe, or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Symbolism. There are many instances of symbolism in Shakespeare's Sonnet number 18. For example, line 3, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. In this line, the speaker uses different symbols to describe this person. These rough winds symbolize people that the speaker does not like or other suitors of the person being described. With the section, with the darling buds of May, the speaker means that this person is like a potential flower. Beautiful now, but even more so after they marry, which is the flowering of this bud. Additionally, the speaker states that this person is quite fragile, but beautiful either way. The next instance is line 4, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. In this line, the speaker has the idea that he will never have enough time with his love. Summer symbolizes the speaker's time with his love, and summer ends too quickly, which is how the speaker's time with his love will end quickly as well. Finally, with line 9, but thy eternal summer shall not fade. The speaker is comparing her to an endless summer where she is beautiful for eternity, and that summer symbolizes his love, green, beautiful, and everlasting.
Author background. In 1582, Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, not the one from The Dark Knight Rises. It can be inferred that he had an arranged marriage and that he wrote this poem to say how he felt if he met someone that he actually fell in love with. This doesn't mean that he didn't love Anne. He loved his wife in his own way, but this is a poem if he had found true love.
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants!
Tone. We can infer that the speaker is madly in love with the person being described by the way he talks about her. Additionally, with lines 2 to 8, the speaker has the idea that she will be beautiful even under all of these problems. The speaker feels good about the text, thinking that the poem will woo his love and compliment her. Mood. For this sonnet, we can feel that the speaker is egotistical. This is because of the feeling that he is like a jock and he uses a lot of self-boosting ego in Sonnet 18. He uses a lot of words to describe his love, and we get the feeling of true love. Even though he feels like a jock because of his egotistical words, we know that he truly loves the girl that he is describing. Theme. One theme of Sonnet 18 is that when someone falls in love, they often believe the person that they fall in love with is greater than everyone else. This is connected back to the symbolism of line 9. These show how when the speaker falls in love, he has the idea that the person being described is equal to an endless summer. Additionally, Shakespeare uses lines 3 to 9 with figurative language and symbolism to shore up his theme that when the speaker falls in love, they believe that the person they love is greater than everything, even nature and summer. This theme occurs in several places, specifically in lines 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Another theme is that as long as people exist, love will exist. This theme occurs in lines 13 and 14 with the idea as long as a person can breathe and see, love will exist and the speaker will always love the person being described.
Punctuation. There is only one example of enjambment on line 9. This signifies that Shakespeare intends to have most of the lines end, as he is making a list of most of the time. There are 3 caesuras in Sonnet 18, 2 on line 8 and 1 on line 14. He has these breaks to add more detail and make an order of events. Additionally, on line 2 there is a colon. This colon signifies there is a list of something going on, and that he is describing her features in a list. On line 6, there is a semicolon at the end of the line. There states how there is a change of topic from before the semicolon to after the semicolon. Before the semicolon, Shakespeare is describing the person in an almost literal way. However, after the semicolon, Shakespeare uses a metaphor to how everything ends but her beauty. In line 14, there is a period at the end of the line. This signifies how there is a definite end to a sonnet, then a comma, signifying continuation.
Tell me, do you bleed?
Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark, that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's full, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out, even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
Symbolism. Time. Time is not just used as a symbol in this poem, but as personification. Shakespeare personifies time and uses him as a symbol for passing youth and changes. In line 11, Shakespeare states that love is eternal, not lasting for days or weeks. Time is using to further establish this point. As time passes, so does youth, but love stays the same. Another symbol in Sonnet 116 is the North Star. The star in line 7, most likely the North Star, symbolizes love and has many similarities to the qualities of love. The star is in an ever-fixed position, always in the same spot in the universe, similar to love. The North Star has been used for navigation, such as the freeing of slaves in the 1860s, and love is a pathway that navigates people. Shakespeare uses the symbol of a star as a way to express what love truly is.
Author background. William Shakespeare used his experience in other love stories to write this sonnet, along with some personal experience with his wife, Anne Hathaway. This work may shed light on how Shakespeare's marriage was like, as he describes marriage as a joining of ideas, not hearts or bodies. Maybe that was the kind of marriage that Shakespeare and Hathaway had, not a deeply sexual one, but more of a marriage of ideas and mind.
Tone. The speaker seems very confident about the text that he is writing. He thinks that what he is saying, that love is eternal in a joining of minds, is the truth. He even says in lines 13 and 14 that he'll take back this poem if he is proven wrong. The author also seems like he is not just saying random things about love, but that he knows these things from experience, and that he has loved someone before.
Mood. Sonnet 16 makes the reader feel somewhat cosmic with its personification, and gives the reader a new insight into love. By personifying time and adding symbols, the sonnet makes the reader think that love is not an emotion, but a cosmic force.
Themes. One of the main themes of Sonnet 116 is love. In this poem, love is seen as an unstoppable and everlasting force, like in line 12, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. Love never dies, and even a strong storm can't even break it. Line 6. Love is an ever-fixed mark that drives people together, not joining hearts or bodies, but minds or ideas. Line 1. Another theme of Sonnet 116 is loyalty. This poem states that loyalty is the most important thing in a relationship, and that if true love exists, loyalty will always bring the lovers together.
Punctuation. There are 4 examples of enjambment, lines 1, 2, 5, and 9. Also, there are 4 examples of caesura, lines 2, 5, 8, and 9. The author uses these elements to add to the personification and symbolism of love and time. Shakespeare uses colons to end a topic and start a new one in lines 4 and 10. The use of a colon is strange in this case, but Shakespeare uses this colon because he is somewhat listing the qualities of love. The period at the end states that there is no continuation,